Welcome to Kids Art with Lucca, the place to find fun and interesting kids art. Today's project is a black cat on a fence in front of the moon. The materials we'll need are black paper, blue and yellow paper. I have construction paper, but you can use any paper that will work. Glitter, scissors, a pencil, a glue stick, and something round to trace for the moon. It's easy just to find a plate or something like that, or a cereal bowl. So the blue is our background, so I'm going to put it right in the center. And then we need to cut the fence first, so we know where to put our moon. So we're going to fold this accordion style. So the first thing we do is just pick a size that you'd like for it. Fold it along and then cut it on that fold. Now these two pieces of paper are the same, so I'm going to have to make my blue a little smaller once I make my fence, and I'll see how wide I need the blue to be. So this is the fence, and what I'm going to do is fold it accordion style. That means you fold the first edge over and then flip it over and look for where that edge is. Fold it back again, flip it over, look for your edge with your thumbs, press it down, flip it over, look for that edge. See how my thumbs are feeling where it needs to fold, and then pushing back. Looks like one more fold. And it's okay if the last fold is not as wide as the others, because we're going to fold it down and glue it. Alright, so it's going to be about that wide. So I'm going to mark how far apart it's going to, how far across it will go, just with my pencil, so I know that I can cut right there. So now I'm going to put my finger there and fold down where that pencil mark is. Or if you want to see it, it's easier probably to turn it over so you can see the pencil mark. Fold it over. We don't need to cut it at this point. We can just glue this down right onto it. Okay. We want to make a little tiny fold on this end, which we're going to glue around the corner, sort of. So we're going to put glue on that edge. And we're going to glue it down onto the paper. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just put a little of it underneath and put the glue on that, and then lay that on the paper, and then sort of with your fingers very gently lift your fence up so you can see that it will work. You know what? We forgot to cut. You're going to cut this part out. Once you have your fence in its accordion shape, you're going to take your scissors and cut a triangle out just like that, so that when you open it up, it'll look like a fence does that goes up and down. Alright, now we're going to glue it on, so we're going to fold a little edge under, put the glue on, and press down at the edge. Make sure it's at the bottom of your paper as well. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to fold a little under and put glue on, and then make sure it meets at the edges and press down. And then very, very gently, we're going to lift that fence up a little. Try not to pull it off the paper and even it out. All right, there's our fence. Now we're going to cut our moon. And we want the moon to be behind, slide behind the fence there. That's why we didn't glue the edge down. So the first thing I'm going to do is take, I think I'll use this piece that has a nick out of it so we don't waste paper. You're going to trace around that cereal bowl or that saucer, whatever you have found that's round. And you're going to cut it out. Remember to turn the paper rather than the scissors. Go right around the edge. Try to cut as smoothly as you can. Keep moving this hand as you turn the paper. See how my thumb keeps jumping over? All right. Now there's our moon. We're going to slide it underneath there. We want most of it above the fence line so that the cat will show up against it as a silhouette. So now we're ready. We're going to put the glue around the outside of the moon. Nice big full moon. And we're going to press down so that it's glued all the way around. Now we'll get to work on our cat. This is the fun part. So take the piece of black paper and look for a good corner. Maybe I'll choose this corner here. And then you're going to imagine a line across here so that you can see the cat's face. This will be his nose, and this will be the top of his face. So I'm going to go across. I'm going to cut straight across so I get a triangle. So this will be the shape of his head. All right. Now, I think I'm going to use that other triangle that I cut off the other corner. You can cut both corners off. Now, which one do you want? If you choose this one for your head, which I think I will, then I'm going to fold this other one right in half and then cut that in half. If you cut the bigger triangle in half, you'll get two little triangles, and those can be your cat's ears. You're going to eventually glue them underneath his head, coming out at an angle. All right, so I think I want his ears to stand up a little more, like so. Now we're going to cut a body for him. And what I want to do is cut a fairly tall body because I want him to stand up with his back arched. So I'm going to cut a square or rectangle. And then I'm just going to start thinking about how I want him to look. I think I want him to be like that. So here's going to be his body standing up there. So I'm going to make his back arch so you can see the moon underneath. So I think I'll make first a little thinner. Keep those pieces because you can use them for whiskers or for tails. In this case, I'll just keep it for his whiskers. I'm going to take one more off because I want him to be really tall and thin. Okay, now here is his body. We're going to cut across almost like a big fat ice cream cone. So I'm going to cut the edge off, curve toward the middle, turn it over, cut the edge off, curve toward the middle. Okay, that's his back. Now I want to make his back arch up, so I'm going to go inside. I'll show you with a pencil mark. I'm going to go inside and cut an ice cream cone shape so that he gets a tall, skinny back. Can you see that line? I'm going to cut on it now so that this part's cut out. All right, that part I don't need. This is the part I need. Now I'm going to shape his feet. He almost looks like a horseshoe, doesn't he? That's just how I want him to look. Now I'm going to put him here. Now we're going to put the cat's body on. Put the glue on the back. Remember to slide his feet under the fence a little ways. Press down. I decided I'd like him to have a neck. So I'm going to take a scrap of paper and I'm just going to cut a skinny little neck. And stick that under his body, sticking up. There we go. Now we need to make his head. So let's take that triangle from the corner and cut it straight across. And you'll have a triangle like that. And if you fold one ear up and then press down, then you can take the other side and press it up. This one looks a little longer, so I'm going to adjust it. Till his ears are fairly even. I'm going to cut that little extra piece off. And then I can put his head right up here. And then you can tilt it any direction you like it to be. I think I want mine to be here. So let's put the glue on the back and position his head where you'd like it to be. Press it down. Now you're going to take your glue stick. Oh, we forgot a tail. I think I'd like a long curly tail. If you want to curl his tail, you just take the glue stick and curl it right around it. Or you can use your finger if you think that'll work. Then you'll get it so that it's curly. If you want it to stick straight up, then just lay it in there. All right, I'm going to put the glue on. Slide it under his body. You just have to lift his body up. And then remember, if you want it to curl, just take your finger and curl it around, or use that glue stick to curl it around. Now we're going to put his eyes on. We want his eyes to be glittery. So we're going to draw just, to give you practice, what you want to do is just either just make a circle with it, or you can draw a line and then kind of make a little triangle. So I'm going to try and make it slant down and have a triangle to it. Now, I'm going to shake the glitter right onto the paper. Don't open it all the way up, because then you get a lot of glitter at once. And then take it and shake it over the bowl that you've used, or the plate. And you'll see his two eyes are shining out at you. Now, what I like to do is add little crosses with the glue stick, because then when you cover it with glitter, a little more glitter on the paper. And if you curve the paper, the glitter will fall onto the bowl that you have there. And you'll have what look like night stars on the paper. Give it a couple whacks. And you'll have your cat picture. I'd love to see what you did. If you'd like to share your project, use the hashtag #WithLucca.